Hello everyone, what's going on? It is M10 here, back with another Terraria 1.4 Journey's End tutorial, and in this video I will be covering all of the new accessories that have been added in Terraria 1.4 Journey's End. Now, I'm sorry this video took a little bit longer than expected to come out. I have had a lot of microphone difficulties in the recording of this process. I'm thinking I'll just get a new mic. My current one served me well for the last 6 years, but I think it's time for an upgrade. So let's get started with this video with the Fledgling Wings. The Fledgling Wings are a Journey Mode exclusive item, and you get them when obtaining a Journey Mode character just by creating it. It'll spawn in your accessory slot. Anyway, these are very basic wings with a flight time of 0.42 seconds and a tile height jump of 18 tiles, so these are really for early game players. That being said, they still allow flight and slow fall, so they're definitely useful. Moving on to the Empress Wings. Now these have a 10% chance to drop from the Empress of Light boss in late hard mode. They have a much longer flight time of 2.67 seconds and a height of 128 blocks that can be reached. So definitely an upgrade. These are quite a late game wing item. Now according to the wiki, it says that they have a speed bonus of 167% when ascending. Okay, so up next is the Soaring Insignia, and this is an item that drops from the Expert Mode Empress of Light. It grants infinite wing and rocket boot flight, as well as increased jump and flight mobility. So you have to use this item in conjunction with a set of wings to get infinite flight. If you use this item by itself in an accessory slot without wings equipped, you will fall. Now this also works with rocket boots, however, it's obviously not as fast with rocket boots. Moving on from there, we have the Celestial Starboard, and this is the fastest set of wings that are currently in Terraria 1.4. And you get these from the Expert Moonlord Treasure Bag. So these wings have a flight time of 3 seconds and a flight height of 201 blocks. Plus they can also hover. Alright, now that you've seen some of the most endgame accessories, let's bring it back to some of the most basic starting accessories. First up, we have the step stool, and what this does, well, you get it from wooden chests in the surface biome, so it's very easy to get. You can get it on your first day, and it basically increases your block placement range by pressing up. And when you press up, as you can see, a stepping stool appears underneath the player's feet. So, I can't reach. Oh, what's that? Got a stepping stool? 2 extra blocks of placement range. So this would be a fantastic tool for early game builders that just want to put a roof on their house, you know, and want to make it a decent size. So I would recommend this item as, you know, one of the very basic early game accessories if you don't have anything else to wear. The inner tube is a device that you can get from chests in the ocean, and it's a flotation device. So it's like the water walking boots, except you sit a little bit lower in the water, and the benefit to this over water walking boots is that you can go underneath the water and you will automatically float back up when you let go of the down button, which is pretty cool, and then you'll just sit on top of the water like so. So I like this item. Unfortunately, it's not a material, so you can't get this with, you can't combine this with anything at this stage. Okay, from here we have the Flamewaker Boots. Just to clarify, these are entirely a vanity accessory. As you can see, my player has a fire trail walking behind him, but it does the exact same thing in my vanity slot as it does in my regular slot. It doesn't increase movement speed at all, but I'm including it because it's used in crafting Hellfire Treads. Now, Hellfire Treads are a combination of the Flamewaker Boots plus Lava Waders, and it does the exact same thing except with the fire trail behind. Now, I don't think that you should craft these items because they are not a material when you could just use Lava Waders to craft the terraspark boots and stick the Flamewaker Boots in an accessory slot. So the terraspark boots are a combination of the frostbark boots and the lava waders. It allows flight, fast movement speed, a total movement speed of 34 miles per hour and extra mobility on ice, as well as the ability to walk on water and survive 7 seconds in lava, as well as being able to touch hot blocks such as hellstone. So when I run with terraspark boots, I can run at 34 miles per hour, same as frostbark boots. So up next we have the dune-rider boots, which are a desert equivalent to Hermes boots, and you can get these from underground deserts and oasis crates, and they travel at 30 miles per hour, which is the same as Hermes boots. However, the bonus to these is that they can travel up to 50 miles per hour on sand. So if you have these and Hermes boots, pick these because they are better. However, if you craft them into Specter boots, the sand buff will not be applied. Moving on to Faerie Boots, these are a combination of Flower Boots and Specter Boots, and they provide a very small amount of rocket boost alongside being able to walk at 30 miles per hour. And also on top of that, flowers grow on the grass behind me when I walk, so you can see that happening there. Now, I don't recommend this accessory because you cannot upgrade it any further. It's not a material used for lightning boots and stuff like that. So yeah, really, it's better than having just flower boots, but if you don't have other materials, don't use this for crafting, you know, frostbite boots or anything like that. Okay, so up next we have the frog gear. Now the frog gear is a combination of the tiger climbing boots, the frog leg, and the flipper accessory. Now you can craft this item out of two ways. You can craft the frog flipper, which is frog gear and a flipper, and then add the tiger climbing claws with the frog flipper. Or you can get the frog webbing, which is a combination of the frog leg and the tiger climbing gear, and you can combine that with the flipper to get the frog gear. Sorry, a little bit complicated, but basically to craft it, what you need is the three accessories. Now with that being said, frog gear is a really good accessory for characters in pre-hard mode. It allows you to swim, climb walls, increases jump speed, and allows auto jump, as well as increasing fall resistance. So it combines all of the features of the three accessories into one just great movement accessory. But that is not all you can use the frog leg for. You can also use it to craft amphibian boots, which is a combination of the frog leg plus Hermes boots, and it just combines how both accessories work. You can run up to 30 miles per hour, same as Hermes boots, and also you have the auto jump and fall resistance of the frog leg. But once again, not a material. Okay, so in Journey's End there were 4 new dev set wings added. They are Grox the Great's wings, the Tattered Dragon wings, the Infinity 8, and the Blanket. So they all have the same stats and are all gained from hard mode treasure bags. And the stats for these are 2.5 seconds of flight time, 70 seconds of block height, and 133% movement speed. To the next set of accessories, we have the Magnet Flower, Mana Cloak, and Arcane Flower. So, these are all accessories that are created with the Mana Flower plus another accessory. So the Magnet Flower is the combination of the Mana Flower and the Celestial Magnet. It provides 8% reduced mana usage and automatically use mana potions when needed, as do all 3 of these accessories, but this one increases the pickup range for mana stars, which is useful. The Mana Cloak, same reduced mana usage and use of mana potions, causes stars to fall when taking damage, and stars restore mana when collected. Moving on, we have the Arcane Flower, 8% reduced mana usage, automatically use mana potions when needed, and enemies are less likely to target you. So, for the range counterpart for these accessories, we have the Stalkers Quiver and the Molten Quiver. Now, these 2 accessories are created with the Magic Quiver plus the Putrid Scent for the Stalkers Quiver and the Magma Stone for the Magma Quiver. Now, the Stalkers Quiver Increases arrow damage by 10% and greatly increases arrow speed. 20% chance not to consume arrows. That's the same across both, except enemies are less likely to target you with the Stalkers Quiver, similar to the Arcane Flower, and with the Molten Quiver, all wooden arrows are set on fire, and they automatically turn into fire arrows. And the other ranged accessory is the combination of the putrid scent with the sniper scope. So this has all of the stats of the sniper scope and increased view range for guns. If I right click, I can zoom out and see further, and then 10% increased range damage and critical strike chance. Enemies are less likely to target you though as well, which is a good combination of gear. I think this is once again a great stealthy ranger weapon, and maybe the two of these would work very well hand in hand. Volatile Joltin is a drop from the expert mode Queen Slime, and how it works is when there is an enemy nearby, it will throw out blobs of gelatin in the direction of the enemy. It's not perfectly accurate, it does bounce along, so it won't target flying enemies very well. However, it deals a decent amount of damage and it throws quite consistently. The only downside to this weapon is it is not a material, so I don't really see this getting much use, but if you do really like this weapon, please let me know in the comment section down below. It does seem to be reasonably targeted. It won't throw in random directions, it'll throw towards the enemy. There are several new Molten accessories in Terraria 1.4, the Molten Skull Rose being the main one. It combines the Obsidian Skull, the Lava Rose, and the Magma Stone. So to craft this accessory, you can craft it either one of two pathways, being the Magma Skull plus Obsidian Rose, or the Obsidian Skull Rose plus the Magma Stone at a Tinkerer's Workshop, and these combine to create the Molten Skull Rose. So the Molten Skull Rose combines all three buffs. Melee attacks inflict fire damage, grants immunity to fire blocks, and reduces damage from touching lava. The Molten Charm is the combination of an Obsidian Skull and a Lava Charm. It is a material that is used in crafting lava waders. You can combine it with water walking or obsidian water walking boots. It provides 7 seconds of immunity to lava and immunity to fire blocks. Moving on from there, we have the Stinger Necklace, which combines the Beehive accessory that releases bees when damaged and the Shark Tooth Necklace. It increases armor penetration by 5 and releases bees when damaged. So the good thing about this is you can stack it with the Shark Tooth Necklace, to my understanding, and create armor penetration increased by 10. And this is fantastic if you're using something like the Blade Staff. Alright, moving on from there, we have the Berserkers Glove, which is the combination of the Power Glove and Flesh Knuckles. The good thing about this is that the Power Glove was actually boosted dramatically in Terraria 1.4 because the Titan Glove now allows auto swing for all melee weapons and whips as well. So, how this works is it combines the Flesh Knuckles and gives 7 defense, but enemies are more likely to target you, and it also enables auto swing for melee weapons, plus the 12% increased melee speed and increased melee knockback. So this is a bit of a tanky accessory for melee players that you can get pretty early on in hard mode, and I could see some players using it later on in hard mode as well. So the Flesh Knuckles are also used in combination with the Paladin Shield to craft the Hero Shield, which is a fat tanky accessory for melee characters. It provides 7 defense, grants immunity to knockback, absorbs 25% of damage done to players on your team when above 25% life, same as the Paladin Shield, and enemies are more likely to target you. Meanwhile, there is also the Frozen Shield, which uses the Paladin Shield and absorbs 25% of damage done to players on your team when above 25% life, whereas this is a combination of the Paladin Shield with the Frozen Turtle Shell. So it also grants immunity to knockback, has 6 defense, and puts the shell around the owner when above 50% life that reduces damage by 25%. And I think it's fantastic that the Frozen Turtle Shell finally has come into combination with another accessory, and this could potentially rival the Ankh shield as far as the endgame shield goes. Personally, I really like it. I think it's fantastic, especially if you're a melee character that just wants to tank damage, because those several buffs all at once is perfect. Moving on from here, we have the lava-proof fishing hook, and this allows fishing in lava. So basically, you won't need the specific hell baits such as the hell butterflies to be fishing in lava. With this item, you can use your regular bait, which is potentially a lot stronger. So, okay, so you get this item from obsidian crates, which you fish up from fishing in lava in hell, and this, once you get this, it makes the fishing in hell experience a lot easier. Okay, so the ancient chisel is a accessory that you can get from the underground desert or from oasis crates, and it increases mining speed by 25%. This is a fantastic accessory for builders or players generally that just want to boost their mining speed. The Specter Goggles are a great building accessory. They allow Echo Sight, which shows hidden echo blocks. Now, echo blocks are an invisible block that will only appear when you have the Specter Goggles equipped, and it can be fantastic for buildings, can make torches float and stuff like that, or blocks float generally. Now, echo blocks and the Specter Goggles are purchased from the cyborg NPC in a graveyard biome. Moving on to the treasure magnet, which is a shadow chest item, and it increases the pickup range of items flying into your inventory. So as you can see, without it equipped, I have to be very close to pick up that gel. But if I equip the accessory, the gel comes flying towards me from a much further distance, roughly 9.5 blocks of increased item pickup range. So this item would be beneficial for builders and AFK farmers. Okay, so the final accessory I'm discussing is the Critter Shampoo. This accessory is purchased from the zoologist after filling out 30% of your bestiary, and it is a social accessory. So what this means is it functions identically in the vanity slot to the regular accessory slot, and how you use it is you place whatever dye you want into the dye slot next to which where the Critter Shampoo is, and it will dye your minions that color. So that's it. We've reached the end of the video. Those are all the new accessories that are in Terraria 1.4 Journey's End. Now, for those of you that have made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you have, make sure to comment treasure bag down below, and I will know that you've made it to the end, and I greatly appreciate it. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video and learned something new, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content coming soon. Turn on that notification button. If I did miss anything, please let me know in the comments section down below. I tried my best to cover everything, but if I am human, I may have made a mistake here or there. Anyway, like I said, I hope you have enjoyed. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you all next time.